Hello and welcome to Real Watchers Movie Club. My name is Garrett,
And I'm Kevin.
and we are your hosts. Movie Club is a show where we pick a movie every week and discuss it just like a book club. On today's show, we are continuing our March month-long theme of looking at movies that are my picks since it's my birthday month. And our film this week is a Hong Kong action classic, Hard Boiled. Our thoughts and more are coming up on Movie Club. Released in 1992, Hard Boiled was directed by John Woo and stars Chow Yun-fat, Tony Leung, and Anthony Wong. A cop who loses his partner in a shootout with gun smugglers goes on a mission to catch them. In order to get closer to the leaders of the ring, he joins forces with an undercover cop who's working as a gangster hitman. They all use means of excessive force to find them. The film currently has a 4.2 out of 5 on Letterboxd and is ranked number 374 on its top 500. Before we dive into our thoughts, though, we do want to issue a spoiler warning for the movie. We're going to spoil what happens in it, which, I mean, it's not very hard to kind of figure out what happens in a movie like this, but that is okay. But if you haven't seen the film yet, go and check it out. It's on a lot of things right now because I think they just did like a remaster or something. So, stay tuned to the end of the show to find out what the last movie for my birthday month is going to be, because like every movie, it's very different from the ones that came before it. All righty, Kevin. All right, so we are here with Hard Boiled, a movie that I watched on the show back in 2024, the end of 2024. I looked it up because that's when I did my review. But I absolutely fell in love with it. It was so fun. It was just so bonkers. Like it's a John Woo movie, and like if you haven't seen a John Woo movie before, now you know what that means.
I didn't know you could use so many slow motion takes in a movie. I think this broke the record, I feel like, but it was a very fun and enjoyable watch.
It is a bonkers movie. It is so much fun. But let's go ahead and get into it. Had you heard of this movie before? Had you known anything about it? What was going on?
I think I have heard of this movie because the Corridor crew, I think, does a lot of the action scenes where they have their friends from action movies come in here and come into their channel and go over action sequences. So I think I have heard of it because of them. But then when I saw you watch it, and then I looked it up a couple of times because we wanted to go to see it in theaters, but I was going on vacation or something like that.
That or something else came up.
Yeah. And I think this would have been really cool to see in theaters how ridiculous everything was. But I have heard of it, but glad to check it out. So
yeah, I'm so glad we finally got to cover this on the channel, because it is one of those movies that like used to be something that was like a cult classic because it came out of Hong Kong. It wasn't very popular for these movies to get an audience here. The first time I had actually heard about it was from one of my favorite YouTube channels. Was Funhouse, and they actually had a guest on because they played there was a John Woo Xbox game called Stranglehold, and they played a demo for it, and it was based off the same character. It was Tequila from this. So they talked about it there, and I was like, oh, that sounds like a good movie. I want to check it out. And then all these years later, I finally did, and it's so much fun. But let's go ahead, dive into it. What surprised you? What kind of stood out? I mean, obviously, I've already talked about this on the show before, so I'm kind of interested to see what your reactions were to the movie.
So the reactions for me were the stunts in this movie are absolutely fantastic. I mean, you can't get any better. This is non-CG explosions everywhere. The gun, unlimited gun ammo, and all of the everybody has that perk going on there. But it was so interesting to see how different a action movie from Hong Kong is than an action movie from the same time from the United States was. And this was more, oh my gosh, he actually flew from the like, there's one scene where a person is on a motorcycle and catches on fire because he shoots him and then gets pushed backwards. That's a real human being that probably hurt like a bitch, first of all. But it shows how passionate they were to get everything correct, as well as have it look so good at the same time. I really enjoy. I mean, other cultures other than American culture, movies are so different to them. So seeing a Hong Kong action movie, because we have the Hong Kong romance movie. What was it? Something Love, In the Mood for Love.
In the Mood for Love, we also did Chungking Express. Yeah.
Are very different romance movies than American movies too. So
Mhm.
it's really cool to see how different it was. But then again, how similar it is, because of the story is just okay. I feel like
Yeah.
it's not groundbreaking. It's very predictable, I feel like, as well. But it was still so much fun to watch, because I didn't really care about not I didn't care about the story, but you're there for the action more than anything.
Yeah, it's definitely like it is your conventional action movie. It is
Mhm.
like the good guys win, the bad guys lose. Like it's but I think it's what makes it so fun is just some of the stunts are absolutely ridiculous. I
It's
mean, like,
it's he's one man arming the whole what's it called, the warehouse, and he's just
mhm.
one man doing all of it. I'm like, dude, this is just badass. First of all,
It's so badass. I mean, like literally, there's you see it on the cover. He's got the baby in the hospital later.
dude,
Like
that's
it's
such a great cover, because you're like, why is there a baby? Because again, not seeing any of the movie, this cover is like, is he going to be carrying the baby the entire time while he's doing all these action stunts? That would have been cool too, not gonna
oh yeah.
lie.
And if anyone has seen Tropic Thunder, I'm sure you have at some
Mhm.
point. There's the whole Scorcher thing in the beginning where Ben Stiller's holding the baby, and I
Yeah.
believe it's a reference to this
Oh, that's great.
because of the whole baby thing. But like that whole hospital sequence with Chow and Tony Leung is so much fun.
Mhm.
It's like all the fun and freneticism of the movie does allow you to kind of look past some of the weaker parts of the movie. Like I do
Mhm.
think the movie has some slower moments, and I mean,
I
obviously, you need them. You need them to break up all of everything that's going on.
because it is a lot. It's
Yeah,
so much that happens.
but I do think sometimes the placement of those can make it kind of like come to a scratching halt,
Mhm.
and
Mhm.
kind of a little bit more abrupt than I would like it to be.
Yeah. Okay, I can see that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially, I feel like at the beginning it was kind of a slow, not again, it's only like 10 minutes maybe, but it was just like when they're in the office and the girl's talking about her flowers and stuff. I'm like, this is a weird way to start the movie. And then it gets into action. You go, well, that's why, because I would have just been like, what the hell is going on, looking across my screen every which way. So
Yeah, 100%.
Mhm.
It's just so much fun.
It is.
It's what I keep
I
coming
mean,
back to.
and
Like,
you
like
have all these characters too, like Foxy, Alan, and Tequila, which are first of all fantastic names all over the board there. But they all just have their personality. I watched this in English dub as well, so it was kind of not. It wasn't the best quality, but it was still watchable and enjoyable. But the uh the gangster life, I would like to say, is really cool, like seeing like underground Tokyo and stuff. Like the guns were underneath the hospital. Who would have thought? Like,
who
no,
would have thought?
exactly. And it's like, again, we don't get that here from American studios. It's just like, okay, it's an action movie, it's going to take place outside, it's going to have a car scene chase, this one's like, nah, just give them guns, let them have fun. And it looked like they were having fun the entire time too.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
how could you not?
and I will say very clearly, those stuntmen were not paid enough
Oh,
for their
no.
services.
No, there's
But like,
the even I think it's Tequila who gets caught on fire when the baby pisses on him to let the fire out. And he's on fire for like a minute. And I'm like, is anybody gonna be putting him out anytime soon? And then the baby
yeah,
scene happens, and that makes it funny. But
it's like I'm looking through some of the comments here and reviews on Letterboxd, and someone, this is Hess on Letterboxd, sums this up perfectly. The movie the movie turns you into a 12-year-old.
oh
Like
yeah.
you literally feel like a giddy kid watching this. It's like, I like when the motorcycle explodes.
Hmm.
Like, but like it's got some iconic moments too. It's got the whole jazz scene where he
Hmm.
just brings out the clarinet. Like,
That's at the beginning too, and it's like,
yeah,
what is this? Where are we going with this?
It's just a cool guy shooting up bad guys. That's
Mhm.
it's hard to hate because like that's what you want in a movie like this. And obviously this is not trying to be something serious. This is not trying to be in the mood for love. This is not trying to be anything like that, right? This is trying to be first and foremost an action fun movie.
This is a 12-year-old's wet dream right here of an action movie. It's like,
Yeah.
okay, there's some dialogue, but let me see all the gunfire and fire and explosions. Oh, we're in a hospital. We don't care about. Sorry, there are some patients that are crippled in this hospital that get shot down too. Warning there, but
Mhm.
12-year-old me would. I'm sorry, 12-year-old me would not care. Now a me would care, but it's like,
Oh yeah.
it's just so different.
It's just it's and I think it's because it's not American. I think the fact
Yeah.
that it comes from Hong Kong, which has specific genre and film tendencies, is the reason why a lot of this works. You could not do this here in America. It's like when Disney tried to do the live action Mulan, and they did it as like the Hong Kong like Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, floaty Chinese martial arts style, and it didn't really resonate with American audiences the same way that those movies did, because you could tell that it wasn't like of that place, like it's not from there. So but like I think with this you do get that authenticity.
You weren't expecting it from a Disney movie, but you expect it if you see like Bruce Lee on the cover, you're like, ooh, that one's gonna be
Bruce Lee, Chow Yun-fat, like all those actors are like you're expecting something that is just as artistic, and there is an artistic quality to the stunts in this too, right? Like obviously, you know, this movie is not trying to elicit feelings of love or anything like that. It is trying to get you to have fun in it, and like it's masterful in the way that it does that. Right? It's bringing those feelings out of you. This is the Mission Impossible of Hong Kong 90s cinema. Right?
Oh yeah.
But before that was really a thing. Like there were Hong Kong action movies before this. I don't even think this was John Woo's first movie, right? Like I'm looking at other movies here, like The Killer from 1989, A Better Tomorrow 1986. So like he'd done movies before that. And then he even came to America and did movies. Speaking of Mission Impossible, he did Mission Impossible too. So like
because they probably saw this one and was like, hey, that's pretty cool.
100%. Yeah. And like it's one of those situations where this movie is literally like it's like Aliens, right? It's like in more modern times, it's like John Wick. This was a trendsetter for like this is what you can do with the genre, not lose the fun factor, but increase the bonkersness, but still keep it to a level where film critics, film fans, and everyone will really enjoy it.
Yeah, I mean, it is rated R, so there's a lot of blood and everything. But this would be like a cool first rated R movie, kind of a sitch from not an American movie. It'd be like, you want to see something really cool that's really out there, but you're gonna have so much fun. It's this movie. Yep. Is there another movie that ties on to this movie too?
There are other movies with Tequila, I believe. Let me see. Hard Boiled sequel. There was Hard Boiled 2, Last Blood. Often retitled. It was retitled to cash into John Woo's Hard Boiled. The only true sequel was Stranglehold, which is the video game.
Oh, okay.
I'm not seeing any other movies that,
because there's a lot of Hong Kong action movies that I feel like took a lot of inspiration from Hard Boiled.
Yeah, and there's a lot of it with like Chow Yun-fat in those movies with John Woo. They work together all the time, but it's not Tequila. It's not that character, right? Okay. It's different characters for different things.
Okay.
Which, is a lot of fun, so but it's a trendsetter. It's so much fun. And I think that is the reason why people have come back to this movie. Again, it's not artistic, right? This is not a higher calling, deeper meaning film. This is just purely a guy running into a hospital and running around with a baby that eventually pisses on him to save his life. And exploding motorcycles in warehouse shootouts where the guy doesn't have to reload, because why? That reloading takes time that you could use to kill more people,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
So like this is, this is why we come back to movies like this, and so many movies have tried to copy this. Obviously, films like John Wick come afterward who have paid homage to this,
But
but
it's
then take and make
different.
their own. But then, obviously American films would take a look at this and copy it. They bring John Woo over to try and bring that same success. But it's just the reason why I wanted to do this is because this movie is so much fun.
I know, and
So
you gain a lot of respect for. At least I always do for stunt coordinators and stuntmen in this
100%.
movie. You
Yeah.
see them. This is probably not even their first take. It's probably their 15th take of this or something like that, and they're just getting whipped around by everything possible by this one man. First of all, one man did
Yeah.
all of this, and but even when do we get the stunt award this year or next year?
We get the for the Academy Awards, you mean?
Yeah.
We're getting the Stunt Design Academy Award in the 100th Academy Awards, which are in 2 years.
2 years, and which it should have been maybe 10 years ago. We should have gotten this
It
stunt
should have
award.
been. Yeah.
Because you show a movie like this and you're like, oh my gosh, these stuntmen are going out of their way to make this movie possible. I feel like
Now, to be fair, they do celebrate stunts at like the Governor's Awards and like the Sci Tech Awards and stuff for the Academy. It's just not at the main show, and so they're going to be bringing it to the main show, which is where it
need to bring it. Yeah. Well, think about it. John Wick is what we keep mentioning, John Wick, but it got a lot of inspiration from this. That should have done stunts and everything like that. And I wish they would pay like maybe a little homage to a lot of the action Hong Kong sequences or even out of the United States action movies, because we get a lot of inspiration from them, to be honest. And you know what? Sometimes they're better. Just saying, Jason Statham.
Yeah, I mean, I'd rather watch this 100 times than watch anything that comes out, that's like the peak dad action movies, right? And I think that a lot of even a lot of older people who are into like those kind of things would enjoy this more, even though it is in another language, right? Just because it's so much fun. And I think that it does have that fun aspect to it that has been missing in Hollywood for a long time with action movies that John Wick kind of brought back, and we've been seeing with things like Nobody and other similar films. But for a long time, this is where the fun was. Everything else is just too gritty and dark.
Yeah, even like Novocaine that just came out like 2 years ago. That was a really fun action movie. That was
which could have been a John Woo movie if it had more stunts and stuff. So I could easily have seen it, because like John Woo did a movie last year or the year before, Silent Night, back in 2023, which was an American action movie.
The deaf guy that gets revenge on his kids or white family or something like that.
He's a mute, not deaf, so he just doesn't have a voice.
Mute.
But yeah,
I didn't see it, obviously. So
he's taking those kinds of ideas and and he's bringing that movie wasn't that good, but it is like an attempt to kind of keep it going.
We might like it because we like John Woo too. It's different people watch different movies.
100%. Alrighty, so as usual, this was my pick, so I'll go ahead and go first. So for me, Hard Boiled is so incredibly bonkers. It's over the top and flat out insane. Just so much fun. John Woo seems to have as much fun behind the camera as the actors and stunt people are doing in front of the camera. The action scenes are so fun and frenetic that you can just forgive some of the film's more quiet moments and slow scenes that do tend to drag it a little bit. But it's just one of the things that makes you appreciate action and stunt design even more. So I love this movie. I gave it a 90 out of 100, which is 4.5 stars out of 5.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about it in this video a lot, just of how much fun and how much we enjoy it. We'll watch it again and again just because of how much of a good time it is. Really just you sit down and you laugh and you look at it. I was amazed by the stunt choreography and the stunts in this movie too, which you can definitely it's incredible what they did. But I really enjoyed this movie. I knew it was going to be good because, I mean, obviously you mentioned it and you liked it as well. But it's, two different people. One might like it, one might not. But yeah, I enjoyed it as well. I gave it a 92 out of 100 just because I just really love the stunts and how ridiculous it was. And that accumulates to 4.5 stars out of 5.
Gotta love it. So the question now falls to you. What do you think of Hard Boiled? We'd love to hear what you have to say down in the comments section down below. But just remember to be respectful of one another because it's really not that hard and it pays to be nice. But next week we are finishing our month-long theme of my birthday, covering movies that I love. And our last film is the classic mockumentary comedy, This Is Spinal Tap, which I can't wait to talk with you about. It is hopefully we get to watch it together because I love this movie so much. But make sure to watch it before next week so you're not spoiled. But that's it. Of course, we have this show that goes live every single Friday at 4 a.m. or around there. That's what's in time for your commute, journey, whatever. But we also have our live stream every single Wednesday at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, which we talk about movie news, reviews, and so much more. And that's about it. Thank you so much for watching. And until next time, make sure to keep those eyes on the screen.